Do you have a small business and not quite sure what you should be spending your money on? Well, take a listen to this video and I will walk you through the three main stages of business and what your expenses should look like. Hi, my name is Katrina. My business partner and I, Cheryl, we own and run Empower to Profit, where we are dedicated and passionate about helping small business owners take home more revenue. So take a listen. I hope you get some great business insight that helps grow your business so all of your dreams come true. Stage one. So your business is just starting out. It's a baby. Maybe it's an idea. You have that great idea of what you want to do, but where should you be devoting those funds to? Most likely, you don't have a ton of money because you're just starting out. So, what you should do is start with where you're confident. Where is the money going to come in from? You need to spend the money on something that you're confident in, that when you spend that money on that expense, you are going to make money in return. What this doesn't look like is a ton of marketing, hiring numerous people, buying all the special softwares, gadgets, and gadgets. You don't want any of those extras right now. You just want to spend money on those small things in the beginning where when you put money into it, it's going to give you some kind of revenue back. So in stage one, this is where your business is just starting out. Number one tip I have for you, Google is your friend. You don't need to be spending money on all these gurus, little money maybe, but Google, Google, Google. Sounds too easy to be true, right? But believe me, there is power in the Google. So maybe you say, okay, well, that's great, but there's got to be somewhere where I need to spend some money when I'm starting my business, right? Right, of course. So what do some of these early expenses look like? So you're going to have to put some money into legalizing the business, right? So you're going to have to put probably not a ton of money, probably less than $1,000, depending on what state you live in, but it's going to cost you at least a little bit of money. Second thing, I would recommend investing in a website. Yes, you can build it on your own, or you can pay someone to do it, but definitely get a website out there, make it look somewhat professional. Another thing that I would recommend spending money on is getting a domain. There's lots of websites that can help you do that. And then once you get that domain, create an email address. For example, mine is katrina@empoweredtoprofit.com. It's quite a bit more professional than if it was katrina@gmail.com, right? So if you want people to take you seriously and to help look professional to the average Joe out there, or Joanna, you are going to want that professional email address and website where you can direct people to so they know how to use your services. Last little tip, if you are just starting out and it's a freebie, is you don't want to be pouring a ton of money into marketing, but what you can do is you can create a free Google space, a free business Google account where you can put your business up on Google. This is going to get you traffic. Then if you have current clients, ask them to give you Google reviews because this will make you more visible. Another free thing you can do is chit chat. Talk to your friends, family, people you see in the grocery store. Have some small business cards made up so you can hand these out and just get the word out there. There's even some local small networking groups that you can go be a part of to help spread the word of your new business. Because all of these small little things add up to be paying clients to help launch your business into the next phase. Okay, excellent. So now you're in phase two. This is what we call scaling. So you're past the phase of not really knowing what you're doing, kind of just throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what will stick, but now you're actually making money. It's turning into a real business. This usually happens around when you're making about 30 grand a year and you're not really sure what to do next. Things are maybe starting to get a little crazy. What I would recommend spending money on is automation. This usually looks like software. So this would be the point where you kind of have to create a system for what your business looks like. When the first tick happens, what's the second tick? When A happens, how do we get to B to C to D, and what does that look like? A really good helpful tool is software. There are lots of software out there that do a lot of different things. So it's important to know enough about your business of what needs to be done. What is the most helpful thing for you to spend money on to make something easier? So when you do more of that or you do that thing quicker, you can make more money. So part of this second phase is to be aware enough of your business and have enough experience in what you're doing to know what's working or what's not working. This is kind of like a testing phase where you're going to kind of dabble in something, be able to read if it's not working or if it is, and then being flexible enough to pivot or adjust and either head in that direction more or be able to pull back, pivot, and try something else. So this is a lot of trial and error. I would not recommend throwing thousands of dollars at something at a time. You're gonna kind of want to get your toes wet in an idea, see if it works, pivot, adjust, critique, shave off the excess, refine what you're doing. This is a lot of exploratory things happening. So you need to have enough perception in what you're doing and enough intention in making those decisions and aware enough to see if it's actually making you more money or if it's just draining your bank account. Yes, this might take a little bit more effort up front. You need to be able to be dedicated and devoted enough to maybe spend a little bit more time on the front end so you can reap the benefits in the back end of what maybe these softwares are going to help do. Another good place to spend money once you feel your time is being threatened is a VA, a virtual assistant. These are people who you can hire through a lot of different websites online. They have a lot of different specialties on how they can help you out. So let's talk a little about this VA. What can they do? Why would this be helpful? Well, they can run your email box. I know a lot of business owners, once they start getting a lot of interest, they are bogged down in the email because you need to be able to see the people who are interested in your services or what you have to offer to be able to get the quotes out, right? You have to be able to talk to them. So something a VA can really help you do is go through your email, go through your calendar and help sift out all the excess stuff and just get you the meat of what you need to do next to move the business forward. Another thing that VAs can really help you do is your social media. They can help you with time management. They can help keep you on task. So there are quite a few places where you can find these VAs. There's Handy, there's Fiverr, there's LinkedIn, there's Upwork. There's a lot of resources out there that can help connect you with the right VA for you and your business. All right, well, congratulations. Your business is now rolling. You are pumped. The business is making money. The next phase is maintaining. So, what does this mean? This means that you are maybe at the place, probably at the place, to start strategizing, to start planning, to start hiring, to start knowing where that trajectory is going to be. In order to bring the business to the next phase, you're going to have some budget strategy and financial strategic things in place so you make the right calls, spend money on the right things. What this looks like is being able to pull your financials, all of your revenue, all of your income that you're making, and all of your expenses. Where's all that money going? You're going to want to look at your financials as a big picture so you can kind of work your way self backwards from your goals and where you want to be. So you're going to have to know where you want to be, right? You're going to have a goal in mind of where you want to be, what you want to do, how much you're going to make, so you can make those steps, work your way backwards, and know what steps to take in order to get there. So you might have to spend money on either an accounting team, hiring more employees, hiring a financial strategist, but these are important decisions and steps to take that if you're not comfortable looking at these financials, it's okay to spend some money to get some help to know how to take the steps to move forward. Another big step to take when you're in this phase is hiring employees, right? As business owners, You've grown this business from the ground up and it's your baby. You can only trust yourself to do every little thing in this business, right? No, the business is no longer at the place where you can handle everything, where you have to make every little decision. So it's time to invest some money, to spend some money, so you can have somebody come on board with you that you can lock arms with, and you guys can work as a team in order to move the business forward. So you're going to have to put some processes in place, spend some money on maybe building out those processes so you know that when you bring on an employee, you know exactly what they're going to need to do and how much you should be paying them. Okay, so just a few other little tips that I wanted to throw in here. As business owners, it's easy to have an idea, but it's a little bit harder to get that idea into action. So one of the things I like to tell business owners to do is write that great idea and get it down on some paper, whatever that looks like. Scratch it out, key it out, write it down, draw a picture, however your brain works, get it down on paper. There is a psychological difference between thinking we know exactly what's going on between there and actually getting it down on paper. There's a lot of things that happen in that process. So please, if you have this great idea, please take that one tiny step of getting it down on paper. You will be surprised with how much easier it is to grow this business through these 3 stages when you get what's in your beautiful brain down on some paper. Another tip that I want to just throw out there is to encourage you that you can do this. Do you know what the difference is between that billionaire who's doing it right now and you sitting at home thinking about this great idea that you think the world needs? The difference is that they did it and that they fell down and they got back up and then they did it again. They're not smarter than you. They're not more qualified. They don't have more money than you necessarily when they were starting out. You have everything you need right now. You have everything that the world needs right now. Difference is that they did it and they kept doing it. So you can do this. You just need to take that first step, that second step, and that third step. Yes, there are going to be some things that fail. There are going to be some brick walls. There are going to be some stumbles, maybe a little bit of misdirection. But the key is determination, is that you keep going and that you keep taking those steps, because eventually you're going to find your place where you say, wow, I never thought I would be in this position. You're going to find yourself at that destination that you thought only the people that you looked up to were ever going to be at. You can do this. Last reminder I want to throw out there is that this is going to be work. This is not going to be easy. Growing a business can be brutal. You are going to have to put in early mornings and late nights. Are there those promises out there that you can work 4 hours a year and make $1 million? All right, well, maybe not that claim, but you know what I mean. There's lots of people out there who say you don't ever have to work and you can be a millionaire. Maybe that's true, but I have not found that golden ticket yet. So in a more realistic term, there's just going to be a lot of work. There's going to have to be some sacrifices, but there are also great advantages to running your own business, but you're going to have to do the work. So just remember, when you're going through these phases and these hard times and you maybe have a little bit of confusion on where you should be spending your money, why you're not making money this month, why you made so much last month and now the well is dry. These are all stages that we all go through as business owners, but you can do this. You just have to endure. Put your head down, do the hard work, and you will come out on the other side successful. Thanks so much for watching our channel. I hope these tips gave you a little bit of insight on the 3 stages of business and how you should be spending your money. If you have anything specific you'd like us to make a video on, please comment below. And as always, cheers to profit.